Hello everyone and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast is part of a Spectra Dossier P2. This audio podcast is part of a SZtorm. This audio podcast is part of a Shine Squadron. This audio podcast is part of a Storm Robotics production. In this audio podcast, an overview in regard to the outcomes, relating to science, the science behind blood transfusion and solid organ transplantation. Campaign collaborators had discussed proposals or ideas for video interviews that aim to provide insight into the workup and preparation of laboratory investigations. Collaborators had also proposed the idea an ideas regarding the organization of routine blood tours for people of all backgrounds and faiths to Europe's largest blood manufacturing and processing center in the southwest United Kingdom. People who attended the blood tours would also have an opportunity to ask questions blood donation, the handling of components, and the science behind blood transfusion and solid organ transplantation. This will also help. This will also help, or would also help, to understand the ethical issues associated with blood transfusion and solid organ transplantation. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a Spectra Dossier P2. This audio podcast as part of a SZtorm. This audio podcast as part of a Shine Squadron. And this audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production.